gradual incrementalism. Let's get something started. The investment by the U.S. in rare minerals is going to have a tremendous amount of security that comes with it by default. It doesn't matter if you're in NATO. It doesn't matter if you have Article 5. The fact that we're going to have thousands of people there and billions of dollars at stake. At that point, Putin knows he's attacking the United States if he tries another one.
That was a question I had to Trump before this blow-up happened about what happens in the Russian-occupied areas. And he was saying, we'll have to see what happens. Obviously, all the Russian forces are being forced to leave. We'll have to see what happens in these talks. That's an article from a great Hattie Grove here. Thank you so much. What does the rest of the world make of what is happening right now in this historic moment? We are seeing a unifying message coming out of Europe tonight on this.
What causes is it Peyronie's disease? Is there somebody I can talk to or help?
I got somebody for that.
I got somebody for that. I got somebody for that.
You got somebody for Peyronie's disease? There's hope for the estimated 1 in 10 men who may have Peyronie's disease, or PD. A urology specialist who treats PD can help you create a plan, including non-surgical options. Find somebody today at GoGetSomebody.com.
You might know Harbor Freight for affordability. You might not know performance and durability go along with it. We test, and then we test again. Now it's time to put us to the test. Whatever you do it for us at Harbor Freight.
Kids, I'm sure you're wondering why your butterfly asked you here tonight. It's because it's a buffet of all-you-can-eat butterfly shrimp and sirloin steak.
Yeah, that's the reason.
I don't get it.
Do you know what the system costs in other restaurants?
Not really, only 6.
A lot, honey. But, yeah.
If you're living with HIV, imagine being good to go without daily HIV pills. Good to go binge watch. Good to go out even later. With Cabenuva, there's no pausing for daily HIV pills. For adults who are undetectable, Cabenuva is the only complete long-acting HIV treatment you can get every other month. It's 2 injections from a healthcare provider, as few as 6 times a year. Don't take Cabenuva if allergic to its ingredients or taking certain med.
What's yeah, no, I get it. I get that the last 2 were a little late, but I'm just trying to mess with the algorithm, babies. I mean, I do see that even the late streams I do, in general, do better than even the afternoon stream I did. And I would think with MLC not being on YouTube right now that I would have done a lot better today. But, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out the algorithm. What up, Carson? No need to say hi twice, baby doll. And boy, I tell you, the mods are earning their money, honey, with the freaks I have to deal with. Trust me on that one. MLC is Kevin Brennan's Misery Loves Company. I don't know. I mean, I think the 2 Mondays ago, I had like 7,000 views. I haven't quite hit that yet, but I don't like being read, but I graduated 1986. Notre Dame High, baby doll. I'm from Los Angeles, California. Muhammad. What up, Leah? Leah. I shouldn't scare you, Mutt. I'm actually quite a friendly dude, to be honest with you. I'm just a happy-go-lucky streamer. High school. I graduated high school, Notre Dame High, Sherman Oaks, in the Valley, the 818. I only do a kickflip for $500. Whoa, whoa! So you can't just bark out requests for no money, honey. What up, Ryan? No, I am not on marijuana, sire. I'm straight edge. If you knew anything about this stream, you knew Daddy is straight edge. I say nope to dope. Because that's where we're from. Notre Dame is in America. Sup, bobos. Yeah, this ain't a comedy show. Like I get a lot of trolls going, "This ain't funny, man." It's not supposed to be funny. I am drinking a Celsius energy drink, cherry cola. Oh, okay, right on. Welcome to my world, Calvin. I've heard that before. I've heard I look like Dice. I heard I sound like Phil Hartman. Well, Michael Dean, if I'm boring, get the fuck out of here. Yes, 100% it's crack in a can. So, I mean, if you knew me, Michael, I am anything but boring. But, to each their own. Comedy is subjective. I'm doing stand-up tomorrow night at the Comedy Store, 12:30 a.m. I'm closing out the main room. So if you are in Los Angeles, hit me up, brothers. And come on down and enjoy the comic stylings. Do I like country music? Not really, to be honest with you. Do you have racist jokes? I've got a few in the chamber if the crowd would like raunchier humor. I mean, it was kind of uncool to kiss Rogan's ass. I don't know, maybe about 2 months after you got there. I mean, you've got your. I like Norman Rochefort, the old defenseman for the New York Rangers and Quebec Nordiques. Yes, 100% Moses. I won't quit until I'm dead. But, Rogan can only help so many people. And, Hinchcliffe was number one, and you got to give him credit for that. And then you've got other people who, Brian Holtzman got in with Rogan, and you've got Hassan and Derek, they got in there pretty early. And then, he had his other people, from years ago, Duncan, Bert, Tom Segura. So, it just, and there's been a lot of people who've done this podcast who nothing's happened because I think they thought you just do the podcast and that's it. You'll be famous the next day, but it just doesn't work like that anymore. I wouldn't say either one of them aren't funny. I mean, you can't fill, it's an old thing I say, you can't fill arenas and not be funny. I don't know enough about Ian. I think I've met him once at Swingers, which is a late night diner in LA with Chappelle Lacey. Seemed nice enough, but we didn't really. I mean, I don't know. He just kept trying, I mean, I remember when Bert was basically a one-line actor in the TV show The Shield as a peeping Tom. So, in comedy, if you just stick with it, you make the right connections. I mean, everyone likes Bert in terms of big comics. Nobody dislikes him, and that's key. Best Billy, I like when the going gets tough. Someone said, how do I write a joke as a beginner? Best Gene Hackman that isn't Uncommon Valor. Let me get to the joke writing. I mean, to me, and I'm sorry, I forget who asked that question, but, how do you write a joke? Write stuff that's true to you. We all are, everyone in this stream right now, all 14 of us, we all have a different life story. We all grew up differently. from one another. So we all have something that is unique to us. You know, like I grew up in Bel Air, so I like 80s glam metal. So that's unique to me. You know, not many comics can say they grew up in a rich neighborhood. Best movie that's not Uncommon Valor for me. I gotta say the Poseidon Adventure, man. I know it was a little hokey and it was kind of like a little Cannonball Runish, but he was awesome in that. And you know, obviously, you know, the French Connection. What happened to Gene? I mean, I don't know. They've already ruled out carbon monoxide poisoning, so it's incredibly bizarre about the dog. I mean, the dog died in the yes, comics like comedians. Um, you know, I would think that the carbon monoxide would have killed the dog. I mean, you could, I mean, if I don't know how the dog died, that would be interesting. You know, if he had a coronary, if he was trying to get out of the cage and he had a heart attack, there could have been carbon monoxide, maybe, and it just dissipated with, you know, 2 weeks of death. So, you know, the other two dogs survived. The door was open, so that would kind of almost rule out carbon monoxide. I mean, oh yeah. I mean, I guess you could die of starvation in 2 weeks. No water. You know, I could see that. So I don't think Jean though was on Epstein's list. I heard she was hung. Misinformation. I heard from my, you know, I've got people at TMZ and cops in LA. They said she was found passed out with pills around her. So, you know, you kind of go, maybe she walked in on Gene. I don't think they were ever really apart. So, I mean, they said it looked like Gene fell and hit his head. Maybe he walked in on her. Maybe she, I don't know, you know, like you could make the case for either one committed suicide. The other one saw it and couldn't take it. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a very bizarre situation. So, you know, David, I don't know. You gotta write English. You're gonna insult me. That's fine, but you gotta speak English. Get your old as to sleep, Grandpa. Okay. You missed an S there. You got to learn to spell, baby doll, if you're going to insult me. I don't mind the trolls in here, but like at least be fucking literate. Well, I mean, I guess what AC/DC just said makes sense. The dog could have died of. I mean, I would think. I mean, 9 days. I mean, no water. No food. I guess and if the dog was older, like if I left Lois in a cage for 9 days, I don't know if she would make it. So no, there's no list here. Yeah, but the dog, Jenna, was locked in a cage in the bathroom, which is weird. I don't know. I mean, it's gonna be. It's definitely a story that is built for conspiracy theorists. The dog's dead, so I don't think they're gonna get much out of that dog. But the other two dogs died. But the weird thing is the door being open. Now, I had a friend of mine say that area of New Mexico is littered with meth heads, but nothing was taken. From the house, it looked like. So meth heads, you know, I know meth heads, when they're looking for something, they toss the place. So I don't think OJ did it. That's actually pretty funny. See, I'll give you guys credit when you come up with something funny. I love when a grown man, you got it, baby, who taught you English? I love when a grown man dick riding. I mean, like, whose dick am I riding? Gene Hackman's? Like, baby doll, like, at least you're 0 for 2. I'll give you a third shot, then I got to put you in timeout. So the pressure's on. Pressure is on. Ever heard Play Dead? They're good at that. Well, I don't think this dog's playing dead, to be honest with you. So I didn't know that. Well, I mean, I'm hardly a grandpa age, but you know, are you circumcised? Well, that's a little personal, don't you think? Uh, I have not watched the Christian. I've been watching a few Dirty Harry documentaries lately, to be honest with you. So, Earl, favorite prescription boner medicine. I don't really. I don't know what the prescription is. You can just go to 7-Eleven and get like a hot rod. All it is my friend who's a chemist told me that it's just crushed up Viagra in those like gas station boner pills. Yeah, but I mean, I guess Blue Chew's prescription. I've never tried Blue Chew. So I got to be honest with you, ACDC. I tried Cialis. It did nothing for me. I don't know. It won't affect me at all. So, Harold, do you have a Zippo lighter? I don't. Whip it out. Earl is. I don't think I'm sterile. I mean, well, I mean, you guys, you guys are coming in a little late with the gay stuff, but welcome aboard. Well, we welcome all homophobes. The only thing we don't tolerate is the N-word tower. Everything else is free game. For some reason, Blue Chew is a very popular. Yeah. Yeah, press the like, gang. Press the like. And the subscribe button. We get some new trolls in here now. Trolls, because I let you guys say your thing. You don't have to. I can't force you to, but you should hit the subscribe button. It's respect. It's respect. Hi, Earl Skakel. What are you doing? I'm doing a stream to 26 people right now. I mean, David, I'm not for everyone, man. I'm not for everyone. That's for sure. I'm just joking. No, by the way, Kira, I'm not joking when I say this. There's only one person who can come into these streams and do all caps, and that's Peter Chicken Man Brennan. So you're going to have to go lowercase. Man, we got a lot of message hell for reviews. Kip Smith is making the money tonight, baby, and I mean no money. All right, Bumba, you always make me laugh. Suave, Al. Now, Bumba, let me ask you that. Does that sound like a voiceover in Blood In, Blood Out when he goes Suave, Al? It doesn't sound like Popeye's voice. We don't do all caps in here. Whoa, I mean, it's Chicken Man only. Chicken Man only. You a fucking L bot on God. I mean, I don't know if you're trolling me or complimenting me. Do you know the writer Deidre? I do know Deidre. I mean, we're not like good friends or anything, but like I know her. Have you ever met Seth Green? I think once at the Comedy Store, very, very briefly. Bring back the Comedy Store, but not on your life. I make more money doing this stream. As little money as I make on this stream, I never made $1 on the Comedy Store Wrestling Podcast. So, thank you. EA Sports. It's in the game. Please talk slowly because I do not understand your language. I can't speak any slower, bro. I mean, any slower and it's going to sound like a warped tape. No, well, we don't do all caps in here, baby. I mean, it's only for the Chicken Man Brennan. He has a special exemption. Any advice on a new position? Well, first of all, I appreciate you not spelling the word F-U-C-K out. Sarah Silverman is cool. New position. Try her in the kitchen. Hello. What do you think? I'm an AEW guy, to be honest with you, Magenta. So I don't even know who's in the elimination chamber. Can I send your $2, please? I mean, I'm not going to turn down $2. Can you? I don't do shout outs. Sorry, I'm sorry, I don't. You got to pay. Well, I don't know. I've tried to talk wrestling in here, and to be honest with you, it doesn't really seem to get the numbers, to be honest with you. But I will be. Whitney Cummings is cool. I like Whitney. You know, I'm sure a lot of comics don't like her because she's super successful. But um, yeah, but if you go back, Bumba Chat, to that scene, like his voice sounds totally normal, and then when he says "suave Al," it literally sounds like a black guy. Um, so, and then it asked, Jesus, Magenta, you're going hard, and I don't even know what you're talking about. Yeah, I mean, Whitney Cummings, I think she's had a little bit of facial surgery. I mean, I can't stop you from calling me daddy. Uh, but you know what? I messaged my friend Jimmy O Yang. He's playing the Forum tonight. Now, if you know who Jimmy is, um, I mean, I wouldn't say we started together in LA comedy, but I messaged him going, hey man, I remember one night when you and I were walking back from the Laugh Factory open mic talking about how shitty LA comedy is, and now he's playing the Forum. Whoa! $2, baby. A word a day, 2025. There you go. What are you going to buy? I mean, I'm not complaining about the money, honey, but for $1.25, after the conversion rate, probably not much, to be honest with you. I mean, Magenta, you seem like you're long-winded, so excuse me. This is not carbonated. My bad. My bad. What do you think of Jay? Yeah, he really is Mr. Genie Bus. I mean, he's okay. I mean, you know, I last time I saw him was at Ralphie May's memorial, so you know, I don't have a problem with him. I mean, he dates Jeannie Buss. Like, who cares, you know? That is a pretty. Are you the EA Sports guy? If I was the EA Sports guy, I wouldn't be doing a stream for $1.25. EA Sports, it's in the game. Um, I can't do steel toed. I can't. You know, Melton. I think I told this the other night. He did a 7-hour stream where I listened to it before I went to bed, and it put me to sleep. And I mean that in a nice way towards Melton. You know, I lock in on his pace, and he was talking about Chad or something, and I woke up like 5-6 hours later, and I thought it was a repeat, and he was still going. I can't do that, man. Tonight I'm gonna do about an hour. So well, they're just too long for me. You know, I think Anthony Cumia, who, you know, obviously knows more about radio than all of us put together, he said do 2 hours minimum, or maximum. Sorry, 2 hours maximum. I'm going to do another half hour, and that's it. So, have you ever met William Shatner? I have not. That's pretty funny, Magenta. I take that back. That's pretty funny. I mean, you know, I used to listen to Steel Toe a little bit, but then just the constant begging for money, it's just like it's embarrassing. And I've talked to him a few times on Twitter, you know, DMs. Say, hey, dude, you know. So I don't have a problem with the guy. I mean, it's got to be rough, his personal life falling apart, and like 7 people doing streams about it. But oh, did Pax ask me a question? Sometimes I miss the free fuck roast master. Yeah, become a voice actor. Well, you know, I do. Let me see here. Let's get my drink out of the way so I don't spill it, which I did do the other day. I do. Boy, that is my cartoon right there. I'm the guy with the mustache. I am Berry Jelly in the fucking house. Yeah, I don't roast anymore. I mean, I don't roast battle anymore. But you know, I do okay making voiceovers. Yeah, Shatner. EA Sports. It's in the game. I'm not really good at impressions, as you can see. Cool. Yeah, that would be cool to have a black pope. I did meet Tyler the Creator. I mean, he was my boss, so I took direction from Tyler the Creator. Hydro, I didn't know that was a sleep and cough depressant. Jim Carrey does an amazing William Shatner. Much, much, much better than mine. Did he smell good? I mean, I don't recall him smelling bad. So, yeah, I like magenta. Like, you know, I thought he might not be for this stream, but you know, some people, you know, come in a little off, and then they you know, that idea about the John Cena's son as a wrestler. Um, I mean, Jim Carrey's so talented. He gave me the best compliment I've ever had at Roast Battle. Like, I literally could have quit comedy, and if this is the last thing that I ever hear from another comic, I'm good on that. So, by the way, I will, before my Comedy Store spot tomorrow night, I will be going to GCW Wrestling. I don't know if I'll do a live stream because those shows are fucking long, to be honest with you. So, I mean, my favorite Jim Carrey movie is the one movie that is generally considered his biggest bomb, and that's Cable Guy. I just love it when the guy goes, Matthew Broderick says, "Are you any good?" when they're playing basketball, and he, in the gayest voice, goes, "Feed me under the boards, you'll find out, salami." That's a nice homage to the White Shadow. Josh, don't be retracting your, you know, did you just ask if I was retarded? We don't use that word in here. Well, now I know you're a mark, Magenta. I mean, I'm friends with Ryan. I mean, you know, I don't exactly know. I think it's funny, though, that his lawsuit will kind of force Tony Khan and CM Punk to be buddies for a minute, at least in court. Oh, okay. I'm not very religious, to be honest with you. Yeah, I mean, you know, I liked Cable Guy. What up? What up? Greetings, greetings. So, you know, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I feel bad for Ryan because, you know, he's always seen as Dolph Ziggler's brother, but he's a pretty good wrestler. And, you know, he just needs a good writer to give him a good angle. And then bingo, then it'll be Dolph is Ryan's brother. You know, I liked him in the Workhorse crew in AEW, but you know, he's kind of found a home in TNA with his brother. So I was really, you know, shocked that Elias. I was all geeked out that Elias had cut a really funny promo with the Righteous, and I was like, oh man, he's gonna eventually end up in AEW. And then last week he debuted in TNA, so it looks like he's not gonna be with the Righteous in Ring of Honor. I mean, I'm going to the pay-per-view next Sunday as a personal guest of MVP. It's time we conduct some business. MVP was at my comedy show last Saturday. It was fucking awesome. I'm also doing a comedy show next Sunday night after the pay-per-view with Big Bill. So that's going to be fun. I think a lot of AEW people will be there. What up, geese? And I might even go to AEW in Oceanside just out of sheer curiosity. I can't imagine that they have an arena outside of a high school basketball arena for Dynamite. But yeah, no, he's awesome. MVP is fucking amazing. We sat in the parking lot till about, I don't know, 2:30, just talking wrestling and life and comedy. He's a big comedy mark. He's a mark of comedy, and I'm a mark of wrestling. Yeah, I mean, I have done that a few times, boo. Not often, but I mean, I don't really know Gabriel. You know, I met him once when I was opening up for Rob Schneider in Schaumburg, Illinois, and Gabriel is so popular that Rob had, I think, 3 sold-out shows that night, a 6, an 8, and a 10, and Gabriel did a sold-out show at midnight, and it was fucking packed. So I'm not against the guy, you know. I don't mind successful comics. Yeah, Schaumburg, Illinois. I just remember the hotel we were at was fucking awesome. They had like a track field and inside the gym, and that was when Rob. The great thing about touring with Rob is the cool shit you get to do that you just don't get to do with most other people in life. The Blackhawks were playing the Red Wings. I think it was a playoff game. And Rob knew I liked hockey. He's like, hey, let's go to the game. Literally, we just finished working out. And Rob was like, do you want to go to the game? I'm like, the Blackhawks Red Wing game? I'm like, dude, we'll never get in. It's like sold out for months. He's like, let's go. So me and Rob and Jeff Richards go to the the United Center. And the guy looks at me walking up to the box office. And I forget exactly what he said, but he was basically like, fuck off, dude. And then Rob poked his head out from behind me, and within 2 minutes, we're sitting basically on the 50-yard line for hockey. And they're asking me what my name and number is. I'm like, what, huh? He's like, your name and your hockey number. I'm like, 87, Skakel, Skakel. And within 5 minutes of basically being told by the box office guy to beat it, I've got a customized Chicago Blackhawks jersey. That's the cool shit about Rob. And then we went to Giordano's afterwards. And it was the same deal. The guy looked at me and goes, 2-hour wait. And then Rob just kind of went like that. And within 5 minutes, we were not just seated, we were eating. So thank you, Rob Schneider, for showing me that there are decent people in this business. Schaumburg, hold on a minute. I mean, I don't remember much about Schaumburg, but I just remember the hotel was really nice. You're like the dude in Goodfellas. Which one? I mean, there's a lot of dudes in Goodfellas. No, Rob is, I think Rob's from San Francisco. Yeah, isn't that what it's called? Giordano's or something like that? 3 plates Tommy. Oh, dude, you're going to love my buddy Bumbachlot. Meet 3 plates Tommy. He is the world's biggest blood in, blood out fan. 3 plates. We like Bumbalot. Let's play along for 3 plates Tommy. I'm going to throw you a line right now. And you show 3 plates Tommy your command of the movie. What do I tell my parole officer now? Don't say anything, Tommy. Oh, thank you, Dave. I mean, I'm trying to. Yes. Suave Al. Well, Giordano's. I'm not like a huge. Yeah, we 3 plates Tommy and Bumbachlot are huge fans of the movie Blood in, Blood Out, and me and Tommy were fortunate to. I look like the fat dude. I don't look like Paulie. I just remember the pizza at Giordano's being incredibly thick. Like, it stayed in me for like 3 days. I think I had 1 piece. Jeff Richards had like 4. He was a machine, but then he clogged the toilet the next 2 days. Hello. I mean, yeah, I mean, that's never going to happen, Magenta. You know the game. What's the other place that's like Giordano's competition? I tapped out at 1, but I don't eat a lot. Yes, there's the Roddy Piper action figure. I have another one over there. Me and Roddy were good friends toward the end. Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, Jeff Ross endorses. I mean, Jeff probably could. I remember it's probably my funniest Jeff Ross story. This is when we were getting along, which is weird. At one point we were getting along, but I didn't realize how phony he was back then. So me, Jeff, and Dave Attell go to the Rainbow. And me and Jeff are sitting in a booth. Dave is sitting in another booth across from us. And I swear to God, I'm not trying to make Jeff look bad here, but he was literally ordering everything on the menu, and he was just eating like a machine. And the funniest thing I've ever seen is Dave Attell just staring at Jeff like this. watching him eat. No, Attell's the fucking best. Oh yeah, well, we can't talk about Jeff Ross, but it's $100 for any Jeff Ross questions, you know. But you know, if you want to say Jeff Ross sucks or anything, you feel free. That's a freebie. That's on me, babies. It's Owen Ben. I mean, you know, I knew Owen for a long time. I mean, Attell, oh shit, we got everyone, watch your P's and Q's or you be clipped and made into a fool by the Legion and Legend of Doom. Yeah, you guys can say that, no doubt about it. You're a towel. I don't know. I don't know what a towel is. I mean, you gotta give Owen this. You know, he like Tripoli has created a brand, if you will, and he sticks to it. I don't know if Roddy's related to the Hearts. What happened to Owen Benjamin? I mean, you know, I don't know. I mean, I knew him back in the LA comedy days. Yeah, shout out to Doom. You know, I used to be who was my clipper of choice to watch? I guess Misery Loves Clips, is it? And I still watch him, but Doom is by far and away the best. So yes, 100% Rudy. Yeah, you guys can say that. How do you know what a towel is? I do. You dry your hands. I mean, I don't know. You said I am a towel. I don't know what that means though. I've never been. You mean a tool? No, I don't want anything shared. You know, me and Doom have an arrangement. I talk about nothing he's interested in clipping, and that's the way I'm down with it. I don't want to give Doom any sound bites. And I'm sure if Doom clipped me, my stream would become more popular. You know, I'm okay with 33 people in here. Doom, Stalin 19, Misery Loves Clips, and you know, it does help to just see the clips. Like I think Doom had the funniest and the best Kevin Brennan, not arrest, but pullover. So is Cool Boy 52 says Doom is a Fed. I believe him. I don't think Doom is a Fed. I love it. I'm going to be seeing Sabu tomorrow night. He is getting an award from Joey Janela, my buddy. The bad boy, Joey Janela. I will be in attendance at GCW before my set at the Comedy Store. So that's the rumor that Doom might be a lady, but Barry McCockiner, Jesus Christ, you got me. I didn't even see that. $2. Lewis Black is the most underrated comedian ever. Well, I would say I'm the most underrated comedian, but you know, I got no fan base. But I will give you credit for I've never heard Barry McCockiner. I've heard a lot of names, you know, Mike Hunt, you know, Peter Fitzperfect. I've heard Michael Fitzpatrick and Patrick Fitzmichael, you know, Bend Over, the standards. That's a new one on me. Well, Sabu was so out of it one night, he came up to me at an XPW show and said, hey, who did he think I was? Vampiro. He thought I was Vampiro. I love every now and then I'll go on YouTube and I'll watch some AWA. I'll watch some, what else do I get into? Not NAA, NWA, you know, Nikita Koloff. No, Richard Lewis is deceased. Yeah, Mike Hunt, I mean, the classics. Who else? A world-class championship wrestling, you know, Kamala against the Dingo Warrior. I mean, you know, I think the Iron Sheik, you know, just, you know, he was a legit bodyguard for the Shah of Iran. So who knows what trouble he got into wrestling. Who killed Gene Hackman? I don't know. I mean, you know, it's a very weird. We were talking about it earlier in the stream. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's just the dog being locked in the bathroom's a little weird. The pills around the wife is a little weird. I mean, Gene Hackman was 95. So, and they said it looked like he had hit his head, kind of like William Holden did on the coffee table and died. So that's, a plausible scenario, but I mean, I'm going to assume the German Shepherd was house trained, so I don't know why you would lock it in a doggy cage in the bathroom. That's a little weird. And the door was open, so that kind of rules out carbon monoxide. So I mean, because she was 63, that's young to me. I mean, it's not like, a teenager, but like the pills, I don't know. I mean, it could be, I mean, maybe she pushed him. I mean, you could go a million scenarios. She pushes him, he hits his head, he dies pretty fast, and she's like, "Oh, I'm finished," and takes a bunch of pills. But still, the dog thing is like the fly in the ointment of like, what the fuck, what's going on here? So yeah, the two live dogs did it. I was at the XPW with the Sandman. No, Sabu, and it was like their WrestleMania. It was at the LA Sports Arena, which was a real shithole back then. It was who was the main event was Sabu and Terry Funk in like a Texas death match, and my biggest takeaway from that night was that they had a tag team called the West Side. And they had merch. The little kids were wearing West Side. By the way, they were out of my size. I tried to get a shirt. I couldn't get it. Oh, shit. Big Bones Ben Jones in the house. Well, I mean, it's going to be interesting. TMZ's all over this shit. I mean, my one friend thinks it was meth heads, but, the house, if you believe what the police said, was relatively left unscathed. And that ain't a meth head's style. If they're looking for drugs or money or whatever, that place would have looked like a hurricane tore through it. Let me know when AEW goes back to Australia, Ben Jones. I want to see my friend Harley Cameron win the gold baby doll. Hit the like and subscribe button, pretty please. Have you heard any local stories of Roman Polanski? No, I mean, that was a little before my time. I think it was right around when I was born. So, yeah, no, I'm not really, I don't have any good dirt on Roman Polanski. But, back then, that was like, underage stuff back then was almost cool. I mean, didn't Ted Nugent marry a 13-year-old or something? Like, something weird? Jerry Lee Lewis, same shit. I mean, Elvis, it's no secret Elvis loved young'uns. You think Polanski killed Gene Hackman? No, I could safely say, I mean, I'm no Hank Voight, but I don't think Polanski killed Gene Hackman. I think he was watching Brendan Schaub's special and he just couldn't take it, to be frank. Clip that, Doom. That's pretty funny. No, please, I'm just kidding, Doom. Mumbles, one of the people on the Clintons' kill list. Oh, I don't know about that. I was born in '68, so I don't remember how scary LA was. I mean, I lived through the riots of Rodney King and the George Floyd riots. I mean, I'm sorry, protests. I mean, the National Guard's home base for the riots out here was at the West Hollywood Sheriff's Station. So, no, Brendan Schaub is good. Cool boy, that I might have to put you in timeout for 24 hours for saying that. Come on now. Are you from Homeless Cats on Reddit? Are you coming in here to infiltrate? Hit the like and subscribe button, babies, please. I don't ask you guys for much. 45 minutes, I haven't asked for money once. I don't shill. I don't do bonus overtime for money. I've already hit the goal of $3.25. No, I'm not a punk rocker. The Kennedy, the shooter from the grassy knoll killed Gene Hackman. All right, I'll go with that theory. I remember where I was during the OJ chase. I agree with that, Rock. Well, actually, no, he fooled two people into giving him special. I would say he's probably pretty smart. Um, I was at the movies when the OJ chase started with my buddy Herc, a marijuana dealer, and we were at the Hollywood Cinerama Dome where we saw Wolf, the Jack Nicholson movie. And oh, but Brian Callen on Jesse Peterson. I mean, you know, what are you gonna do? It makes me like Jesse a little less, but he probably doesn't know. I mean, the Brian stuff didn't really get mainstream traction. It was Dalia and then the Jeff Ross stuff, and so Callen was like lucky in the sense of the third. They all die in threes, I guess. Yeah, I mean that. But I've seen. I think the last movie I saw at the Cinerama Dome was my ex's best friend did some editing or something on the latest Godzilla movie from, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago. Um, Wait, did Ray have a spot near Gene's? We don't talk about Ray DeVito in here. This isn't a Dabbleverse wrap up show. Thank you very much. Have you heard the theory that Ron Goldman was the girl's dealer and they both got murked because of a debt? I mean, as far as I was told, and I knew some sheriffs who were on boots on the ground. They found no drugs on Ron Goldman, so no, I don't believe that theory. Um, to me, and I've always said this about the OJ case. I think Ron was just collateral damage. I think OJ went over there. He was stalking her. He looked in the window and saw candles being lit or candles already lit. And when you look into a girl's window, it's not that I would do that, and you see candles being lit, she's about to fuck somebody. So I think that just pushed him over the edge. I think he saw Nicole answer the door in lingerie, like a black nightie or something. And I think concentration camps for blacks. Well, I would definitely be against that. And I think he just lost his mind, and then Ron walked up and go, "What the fuck?" And Ron Goldman was a pretty big dude. He was young, but OJ was a big dude. So I mean, I don't think everything's a conspiracy. I think the OJ murders were what they were. I think he killed both, and he got away with it because of his defense team. Did you ever eat at the restaurant Mezzaluna? I think I ate there a couple years before the murders. But Brentwood was never really my vibe. I mean, I grew up in Century City around that time of the murder. Yeah, I was in the Fay Ray building in '94. So I would eat, like my home base was like Century City, and my girlfriend at the time lived in Santa Monica. So, oh yeah, I mean, he was a great running back, but he was an even better double murderer. Did you ever do karaoke at Prince Deli? I did karaoke. What was the place on Lancashire? It was like Sunday night. I did karaoke there once. I sang Rat, Lay It Down. That's in drop D tuning for you technical freaks. OJ was the all-time leading rusher in the NFL at that time. Well, he did run away from the crime scene pretty good. So, no doubt about it. It was, I always love it when a running back breaks a record or ties a record and they have to mention OJ's name too. You can just hear the apprehension of, yes, and no, whoever it is, Franco Harris just got to 12,000 yards. Only OJ Simpson and Barry Sanders, they kind of like, I think Stephen Pearcy has a great voice for Rat. I mean, like it's identifiable. You hear Lay It Down or Round and Round or whatever, this is Rat. You don't go, this is Boston. Yes, OJ, I did see that, you've been juiced. So, listen, OJ was my neighbor as a kid. But I absolutely believe he did it. Yeah, 100% Al Callens and the Cato and, Well, I mean, and another reason I think OJ is guilty is he never searched for the killers one day in his life. If someone had killed any girlfriend from my past, even if I wasn't getting along with them anymore, my life would stop and I would find the killers, or I would try and find the killers. I wouldn't be out playing fucking golf. Um, yeah, 100%, 100%. You'd need a strong knife to cut this head open. And from my friend of mine who I used to play hockey with, he was an Orange County sheriff, but he was there that night. He saw her head was 80, 90% sliced off. I mean, the only one who's going to have that much anger is an ex, i.e. OJ. And drug dealers, listen, I know drug dealers. I'm not proud to say that, but I have a very interesting, we'll go 9 more minutes, guys. I have a very interesting array of friends, from billionaires to homeless people, and I treat them all the same. And I know drug dealers. And I asked one, I said, give me some insight into OJ. If someone owes you money, are you going to kill them? He's like, if I kill them, I don't get paid. So I don't believe drug dealers were involved. Was Nicole flirting with some people who probably did drugs? I mean, I've been to the same nightclubs she was at. I never saw her, but those nightclubs in the late 80s and early 90s were, total drug havens. People went there blasted and to get blasted and to get more drugs, to get blasted at the house party they were about to go to. So I don't believe drug dealers killed her. Yeah, hey, Romeo, what about your promise to the He-Man Woman Haters Club? Are you talking to me? Ray Allen. I like Ray Carruth personally. Yes, Ray Lewis, he's up there too. But, Ray Lewis, still gets announcing gigs. So, listen, if people think they can make money, if OJ was alive and he came up with a good reality TV show, CBS would put it on. That's just, you look at all the fucking creeps in comedy and the pedophiles and the rapists that are in my business, they all work. It's just the way the business is. I only have OJ and Aaron Hernandez jerseys. Good for you. Aaron Hernandez, definitely up there. He needs to be. They should have an NFL Murderers Hall of Fame. That'd be a great team if you think about it. OJ at running back, Aaron Hernandez at tight end, Ray Lewis anchoring the defense. Ray Carruth is a good receiver. You need a good quarterback. I don't know if any quarterbacks have killed anyone, but you could definitely field an all-star squad. No doubt about that. I do have a Ray Lewis jersey for his kid. Yeah, 100%. I'm a Steeler guy, so I don't believe the Steelers have ever had any killers on the team. By the way, did you know that the dumb son and Smokey and the Bandit Mike Henry played football for the Pittsburgh Steelers? I guess a dog killer counts. So Mike Vick can be the quarterback for my NFL All Murder team. That would be a fascinating. You're going to have a hard time with alumni games because they're all in the pokey. But who's Henry Ruggs? Did he kill someone? I'm a little out of the loop on Henry Ruggs. I know the name, but hello, the bumbleclot Suave Al. Troy Polamalu. He's going to have CTE. The way he played, head first on every tackle. Who killed a woman and her dog while drunk driving? Oh, really? Okay, I think I remember that. Vic is a mascot. Hello, Kip Smith coming in with a joke. I love 80s music much more than the 90s. I tried to play Top Golf once. It was so crowded. I was on a date. This is right after my breakup with you-know-who. And, I just wanted to get out. I was set up with this girl. This is maybe a month after the breakup. I was like, you know what? I got to get back in the game, I suppose. And we go to Top Golf, and I forgot she was in recovery. So Top Golf, the one I went to in El Segundo, They didn't have like a lobby or anything you could wait in. The only thing you could wait is upstairs at the bar. So we literally sat at the bar while she's on recovery. And I don't know, like the dinner and at Topgolf, the whole time I thought, I don't know, she seemed like she was on the clock. And, you know, my friends call me that she was hot too. Like, you know, she was really pretty. But my head probably wasn't still in the game. And then, you know, I was probably still into my ex, but she was still really hot, this girl. And so my friends who set me up with her call me the next day. It's like, hey, how was it? How's Allie? Like, she's really hot, right? I'm like, you know, I don't know. It was a weird vibe. Like, the whole time, I think she, like, wanted the date to just get to the sex. And we kissed a little bit, but that's about it. That is it. And my friend's like, oh, yeah, she used to be an escort. Sorry about that. I'm like, oh, thanks for the heads up after the date. Yeah, I mean, we could, you know, I'm sure the NFL would sponsor. 4 more minutes, guys. 4 more minutes. So that was the last time I saw her, which is too bad. But, you know, what are you going to do? That's the dating life in LA. Oh, you hook up with OnlyFans blonde again. You had over a few weeks ago. Well, that's a little personal, ACDC. She did come over, but she was not in a great mental state of mind, so I passed on the offer. I did kiss a chick. I've kissed a few chicks in my life. Cry me a river. About what, Mac Ryan? My one of many messy breakups, or the fact that I was set up on a date with an escort. Well, I'm sorry about that, Jenna. You know, 3 more minutes, kids. 3 more minutes. All right. You know, if we can get to $5, I'll do overtime. What am I, steel toe? Hello, hello, hello. Earl's the real life Johnny Bravo. He gets the ladies. I mean, I do better than most. I mean, you know, but you know, I'm okay being alone right now. You brought her up to us before. Oh, did I? The escort? Yeah, I just think it's funny because my friend, the girl who set me up with her used to be an escort. But she's really cool. Like, you know, we're good friends, and she's a comic. I won't say who she is, but it doesn't. No, we don't do hype trains in here, Bumble. I'm not hype trained to hit the $5 mark. Yeah, let's. No, I don't do that, man. I mean, Earl Skakel, wash that mouth out. Don't kiss some chick, dude. Oh, you want me to kiss guys instead? I don't do that. There's a girl. I'm exit only back there, if you know what I'm saying. Exit only. Message held for review. Some of these come in late. She has small boobs, though, you said. The OnlyFans girl? Yeah, I mean, very small boobs, but she's hot. You know, and even though even though I'm a boob guy, like, you know, when a girl's that hot, like, you know, I'll make allowances. I mean, it's not like I'm a fucking male model, so I'm sure I'm not every girl's dream guy either in terms of looks, but, you know, what are you going to do? Did you ever do drugs with Kate Quigley? No, I'm alive. Hello! See, that's a good improv joke right there. Kate would even think that's funny. Yes, 100%. Brian Singer and probably many other. What are we talking about, Alex? We're just talking about everything and nothing at the same time. This is a live stream by Earl Skakel, a stand-up comic, voiceover actor, EA Sports. It's in the game. Well, jelly beans. I will take a psycho stalker at this point. I'm on my phone, by the way. That's all. Kip Smith, you owe me no apologies or whatever. You are the man. I used to see Brian Singer at the Coffee Bean every day talking to young actors. Like, it was so clear what was going on. And these fucking poor kids, man, they had no fucking idea. Unfortunately, I was out of Brian Singer's age range. I would have loved to get in an X-Men. I could play an X-Men bad guy. But, you know, that's the way of the business, guys. I don't know who Victor Salvo is. What up, Scott Fitzpatrick, No Filter? We're about to end the stream, unfortunately. We'll go another 5 minutes, and then I gotta walk Lois in the mean streets of Hollywood on a Friday night with all the fucking freaks, and the freaks are out tonight, baby doll. Oh yeah, I mean, there's grooming, there's pedophilia, there's sexual assault in my world, and nobody cares but me. EA Sports, it's in the game. I've been with a hot OnlyFans model. You think that will give you all the money? There's a guy who has more money than you do, and we'll give it to her. Give it to her. I mean, I never said I had the most money on planet Earth. I'm certainly not rich. I mean, I can go to Erewhon and buy a sandwich, but I'm rich for my lifestyle, which is fairly minimal. I mean, I'm home on a Friday night. I'm not clubbing. I'm not eating at Jones or Dantana's or whatever. I've brought up Jim Jeffries on stage at the Improv, so I do think Jim Carrey is funny. He's very funny. But if you don't like physical, high energy comedy, I could see people not thinking he's funny. But Earl is. Oh, whoa! We don't. Come on, man. We don't talk like that in here, Bumbleclad. What's funny? I was bringing up Jim Jeffries at the Improv. No. I'm sorry, I thought you meant Jim Gaffigan, but I have meant the last Jim Jeffries story I have is I went to the Improv Christmas party and I was picking up someone who was drinking. So they were like, "Can you drive my car?" So I took an Uber X because I wanted to roll up to the Improv deep. And as I get out of the car, Jim Jeffries got in my Uber because that was his Uber to go wherever he was going. He's like, "Hey, Earl, what's up?" Well, I think Jim Jeffries drinks too much personally, but I mean, I'm lost, American Ranger, in terms of Marvel and DC. Like someone said, Disney Plus, they have everything in order of what you should watch. I'm not going to watch 40 fucking Superman movies or whatever. I was, I'm team Gene Hackman, Lex Luthor. I didn't know that. AC/DC, I did not know that. Earl, he's 2 years. I don't know if he's 2 years sober, to be honest with you, from what I saw. I mean, I didn't see him drinking, but he seemed a little out of it. Well, we don't talk about this. You got a Bumbleclaw. You go to the Chad Zumach show for that conversation. Thank you, Dominic, very much. I'm not funny, but somehow I've weaseled my way into headlining the Comedy Store tomorrow night in the main room. But thank you. See, I'll deal with the trolls. I'm in too good of a mood for a troll to ruin my mood tonight. I'm in too good of a mood. Are you looking forward to the new Superman movie? No, I mean, I'm a Christopher Reeve, Lex Luthor, Gene Hackman guy. Yeah, I'm 2 hour, 100% AC/DC. I will absolutely agree. I mean, I don't know if he was drinking that night. I literally saw him for like under 30 seconds, but he seemed a little wonky. When you've been around as many alcoholics as I am, I know who's been drinking and who hasn't. So some dude, you're gonna have to go to Chad Zumach's stream for a Patton Oswalt talk. Sorry, we don't do that in here. 2 more minutes, guys. 2 more minutes. 100% Dominic. I don't mind. See, I read your troll. I don't know if you're friend or foe or you're in the middle. And listen, I said, 100% Lex Luthor was Gene Hackman. I mean, Superman 2 was the woo. But one of my favorite Inappropriate Earl podcast episodes is when I had Nam from Superman 2 on my podcast. The big guy who didn't talk. I don't mind trolls. I mean, listen, when someone says I'm not funny, it doesn't really hurt my feelings, to be brutally honest, because I know I'm pretty funny. But like I said 1,000 times before, comedy is very subjective. So, I might not be funny to you guys, and I'm okay with that. Don't watch the stream. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know. What up, meme dog? We're just about to end the stream, unfortunately. So you got 30 seconds to troll, baby doll. I don't even know if Ant-Man's Marvel or DC. That's how little. I think the last superhero movie I saw was Iron Man 2. So, be honest with me, are you cool with Trump being president? I mean, he's president. Whether I voted for him in 2020, I didn't vote for him in 2024. In terms of, am I cool with him? I mean, um, listen, his financial policies benefit me more than Biden or Harris's do. So, yeah, I think he's a horrible person, like personally. But if you vote for the best person, you're never gonna, you know, I mean, you know, Jeb Bush was a great guy. He would have probably been a lousy president. Um, I don't like Bernie Sanders. He just wants to give everyone's money to everyone but the person who made the money. So yeah, I thought that was a little bullying, to be honest with you. It was Vance seemed to be instigating it. Um, you know, I'm sure this is all just negotiating. But it was a 2-on-1 job. Vance looked like a kid trying to please his dad and went on the attack. So music is subject, full stand-up comedy is impossible. I will say stand-up comedy is very hard. You can be a you could be in a shitty band. You could be a greatest singer on earth, but if the band's not tight, you can turn around and blame the drummer. Tomorrow night at the Comedy Store, if I'm bombing, the only thing I can blame behind me is the curtain. Um, yeah, Zelensky could have dressed a little better, but that's not the fucking biggest problem on earth. He's a stand-up comic. Of course, he's going to dress like a slob. Um, thank you, meme. You got your troll in. It wasn't the funniest. It wasn't the worst. It wasn't the best. You got to do better. Come on tomorrow night. Come on. I'll be at GCW wrestling and then the Comedy Store, so I might do an afternoon stream. Start writing now and get your troll game on, baby. So who cares about how he dresses? That's my thing. It's like, okay, did it look great that he was in a soccer team's t-shirt and no, but that's like, with what's going on in the world, I don't care if he showed up in a Kiss shirt and dolphin shorts. Um, so all right, you guys, this has been Earl Skakel in the Earl world. 100%. Meme. The only thing we don't tolerate in here is the racist shit, N-word towers. I let everything else fly. Hit the hit the like and subscribe button. We'll see you guys tomorrow at some point. And Earl Skakel, over and out. Thank you, Kip Smith, AC/DC. Are you ready to rock? Ryan Nordahl, the usuals. It's a fun hang tonight. Thank you, Gambu. But how he dresses is the least concerning to me. He could have. That's how he dresses, though. It's not like he wore suits the last 3 years and then he shows up in a t-shirt. Okay, but this is literally his dress code: is a long sleeve t-shirt and black pants. It's not what I would wear, but I would show up to the White House in fucking leather, baby. Earl Skakel, over and out. Actually, let me give you guys another 2 minutes. We'll go to 70 minutes. This is my autism. I can't end on a 68 minutes. Stuff it out and do another 2 minutes so we can end on a nice 70 minute mark. Yeah, like I said, I don't think that Zelensky's dress code was the best, but I do think the Ukraine. Let's be honest, they were the country that was invaded, so I do think they should concentrate on that first, and then we'll get to the dress code later. I am going to walk Lois. She's sleeping right now, so as soon as she wakes up, I'll take her for a walk. And I don't like Russia either. I don't like Trump being buddy with Putin. Yeah, Fetterman's an oversized hoodie. Who's he think he is? Bill Belichick. So I there's some things I do like about Trump. I do like how he's trying to end the war, but you know, I'm personally uncomfortable with his relationship with Putin. So I mean, you can't have everything, man. Tomorrow I'm going to hate a lot. Get ready, old man. It's old man, not men. So you're a little tired tonight. You might be showing your age of cognitive decline meme. I'm ready for you. Come at me, bitch. See you guys tomorrow.